Wisdom reading. We are live once again, and this is the Sunday edition. Welcome, welcome, Yanamgela. From wherever in the three planetary systems you are joining us and tuning in from, I say welcome to you. Igama lami Bongisipho, Dambo. Um, yeah, as usual, the week goes by, tends to just move quickly. And we find ourselves having another Sunday session. Yeah, I see they updated my handle. Nice. Makaveli 3145. But yeah, just reflecting on the events of the day today. We had the Sunday morning, Musa Sunday morning inspiration session with Ishvara Das Prabhu. Couldn't catch most of the lecture. I still need to go back myself and rewatch. But I before I started running around, caught the beginning, just the glimpse of what he was sharing about the topic of the beauty of Vedic literature. Just some really amazing sort of techniques for acquiring knowledge and some points that really help facilitate the understanding and you know getting that knowledge or knowing which tools to use when in this case when it comes to knowledge acquisition. Without further ado, let me begin with the invocation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I'm continuing the reading of the book called Civilization and Transcendence. And today I'm going to be reading chapter 7 with the topic Getting Spiritual Guidance. So the conversation between Pushta Krishna and his divine grace Srila Prabhupada continues as follows. Pushta Krishna, may I ask another question, Srila Prabhupada? Is a guru essential for one to enter the spiritual path and attain the goal? How does one recognize one's guru? So it's kind of a two-part question. One question is the guru necessary? And how does one recognize a bona fide guru? Srila Prabhupada responds, yes, a guru is necessary. In the Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna and Arjuna were talking as friends, there was no conclusion. So Arjuna decided to accept Krishna as his guru. Find this verse in the Bhagavad Gita. Karpanya Dashopahata Swabhava. Hari Sauri reads then the verse. Karpanya Dasopahata Swabhava. Prachami Twam Dharma Samudacheta. Yach Cheraya Yach Treya Syan Nishdam Bruhi Tanme Sisyas De Aham Sudi Mam Dwam Pranam. Arjuna said, now I am confused about my duty and I have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. That's, a beautiful verse that so many, devotees have given sort of commentaries on, and just one thing that I sort of that just came up when I was reading this. It's how just life. When I think Will Smith said it during his podcast episode with Jay Shetty, like after reading the Bhagavad Gita, one of the things that he took away was that life is just one huge perplexing situation. So many webs of entanglement and so many situations where I feel like myself, I just don't know what to do in the situation. So let's hear His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada's response. Um, so Srila Prabhupada says, yes, so a guru is necessary. Like Arjuna, everyone is perplexed about his best course of action. Nobody can decide by himself. Even a physician, when he's sick, he does not devise his own treatment. He calls for another physician because his brain is not in order. How can he prescribe the right medicine for himself? Similarly, when we are perplexed and cannot find any solution, at that time the guru is required. It is therefore essential for everyone to surrender to a guru, since in our present existence we are all perplexed. Just like, even Krishna himself, when he descends to this material world during his advent, he also has a guru, he accepts a guru, and any incarnation of Krishna as well, in order to set an example of how every human should live. So, continuing with the reading, there was just a side note. So, and since in our present existence we are all perplexed, Arjuna is representing the perplexed position of the materialistic person. So, under the circumstances, a guru is required to give us real direction. Now, Arjuna selected Krishna as his guru. He did not go to anyone else because he knew, I cannot find any other means to pacify me. You are the only one. The purport is that, like Arjuna, we should also accept Krishna as the guru who can instruct us in how to get relief from our perplexed position. So Krishna is the guru, not only for Arjuna, but for everyone. If we take instruction from Krishna and abide by that instruction, then our life is successful. Conveying that fact is our mission. I'd like to just repeat that. If we take instruction from Krishna and abide by that instruction, then our life is successful. Conveying that fact is our mission. This Krishna consciousness movement teaches, accept Krishna as your guru. Don't divert your attention. We don't say, I am Krishna, follow my order. No. Just a quick side note, His Divine Grace Prabhupada, on one of his lectures, he made a really nice statement when he answered the question, who is a bona fide guru? And he replied saying that being a guru, you are just simply repeating what your guru told you, so kind of like a true guru is one who is a student himself. Some wise words from Savya Sachi Prabhu that I just remembered. But yeah, that was just quickly something that came up. Back to the reading. So we don't say, I am Krishna, follow my order. We never say that. We simply ask people, please abide by the order of Krishna. Krishna says, Sarva Dharman, Parityaja, Mam Ekam, Saranam Vraja. And we say the same thing. Give up all other ideas of so-called dharma and surrender to Krishna. The same thing we don't say to ourselves. We don't say of ourselves, sorry. I am the authority. No, we say Krishna is the authority. And you should surrender to his instruction and try to understand him. This is the Krishna consciousness movement. Now one may say, Krishna is no longer present. How can I surrender to him? Krishna is no longer present. How can you say that? Krishna's instruction is there, Bhagavad Gita. How can you say that Krishna is not present? Krishna being absolute is not different from his words. The words of Krishna and Krishna himself, they are the same. That is the meaning of absolute truth. I think yesterday during the Ask a Monk reading session, it came up where His Divine Grace Prabhupada made a really, really clear point that the conclusion of the Vedanta Sutras is that the absolute truth is that which everything emanates from. That's the conclusion of the Vedanta. And then in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says so himself that or something similar along the lines that he is, the absolute person from which everything emanates from him, and it's like all these conclusions that you don't get, it doesn't get any clearer than that, especially for people who are sort of stuck on the idea of impersonalism and thinking, God is some light. This, it doesn't, beat that. And just touching in on today's Sunday morning inspiration session is that, after you hear some, statements like that or watertight explanation coming from in that, and if you're still, unsure, then you can sort of look at certain knowledge acquisition techniques sort of to even help solidify such a point even more, because I don't know, how to make it even more clearer. But I guess, you can try to acquire more knowledge from, seeing from your senses, or, one of the techniques that were shared today. But back to the reading. So where was I? So in the relative world, the word water and the substance water are different. When I'm thirsty, if I simply chant water, 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 my thirst will not be satisfied. I require the real water. That is the nature of the relative world and the relative consciousness. But in the spiritual world or spiritual consciousness, the name is the same thing as that thing that is named. For instance, we are chanting Hare Krishna. If Krishna were different from the chanting of Hare Krishna, then how could we be satisfied chanting the whole day and night? This is the proof. An ordinary name, if you chant, Mr. John, Mr. John, Mr. John. After chanting 3 times, you'll see, just like I just did. But this Hare Krishna mantra, Maha Mantra, if you go on chanting 24 hours a day, you will never become tired. This is the spiritual nature of the absolute truth. This is practical. Anyone can perceive it. So, Krishna is present through his words and through his representative. Quickly, just after reading that paragraph above, man, it's like it reminds me of what His Divine Grace Prabhupada mentioned in purport of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, I think verse 30, I'm not sure, where he mentioned that Krishna is omnipotent, meaning, he can eat by seeing, by looking at the food, he can impregnate by one glance, he can, perform the actions of any of his senses, or even all of his senses using one sense. So it kind of, helped me sort of conceive how inconceivable it is. And if you can just try to even understand or accept the statement that, in the spiritual platform, the name is none different than the substance or the personality that the name is referencing, then it helps give you more faith on the chanting of the Maha Mantra. And all that you need, man, is just faith in this holy name, faith, a bit of faith on this mantra, and you will start, applying the chanting yourself in your own life and reaping the rewards accordingly. So continuing, so Krishna is present through his words and through his representative. Therefore, we advise everyone to accept Krishna's instructions in Bhagavad Gita and to surrender to his bona fide representative. You have to accept a guru. So why go to a pseudo guru who will mislead you? Why not take instructions from a real guru? Now you are in doubt about whether a guru is needed. Yes, a guru is needed, but you have to go to a real guru. That is the instruction given by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. There's this podcast that Janavi Harrison has on SoundCloud, where she spoke about one of the topics on the podcast was, the guru, sort of the importance, etc. And she really mentioned something that, resonated within me, that we all have this desire, it's like what we see in movies when there's these types of movies where there's a genie, and so this guy pops up, this mystic yogi type person, they pop up and they're able to answer all the questions that you have. And I feel like what Savyasachi Prabhu has said, that the word guru is plural, and that has been my experience with all the gurus that I've come across within this Krishna consciousness movement, all the people that are projecting or saying the message of Srila Prabhupada, his divine grace as it is. That's how I felt around those people, that I can ask this person anything, be it about love, emotional entanglements, be it science, be it physics, be it anything basically, and they're just able to answer. So yeah, that has been one thing that has stood out amongst the senior devotees that I've interacted with, even some really wonderful people sharing stuff on Krishna consciousness on YouTube. So yeah, back to the reading. So just find this. Tad vidi pranipatina pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti tad jnanam Jnaninas Tattva Darsena, Pushta Krishna. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text 34. Really, really nice verse. Srila Prabhupada. So this is the real guru, one who has seen the truth. Just like Arjuna has seen Krishna, Arjuna heard Krishna's instructions and said, "You are the absolute truth." So that's like one of the qualities of a bona fide guru is, firstly, he has to have seen the truth himself, and he has to be self-realized himself, So Arjuna heard Krishna's instructions and said, "You are the absolute truth." Now, if you take the instruction of Arjuna, then you will understand the absolute truth. So what is the instruction of Arjuna? Find out in the 10th chapter. Pushta Krishna. Arjuna Uvacha Param Brahma Param Dhamma Pavitram Paramam Pavan Purusham Saswatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vipum. Arjuna said, "You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest." Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 12. Srila Prabhupada. And the Vedanta Sutra says, Atato Brahma Jingasa. Now, in the human form of life, is the time to inquire into what is the Supreme Brahman. So here in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna has realized, "Oh Krishna, you are the Supreme Brahman. So you should make Arjuna your guru and Krishna your guru." Arjuna is the representative of Krishna, the friend of Krishna. The guru is essential. But why go to a bogus guru? You will be cheated. For instance, when you are deceased, for your treatment, when you are diseased, rather, for your treatment, you need to go to a physician. But you want to go to a real physician, not a cheater who has no knowledge of medical science and misrepresents himself. There's quite a few of those these days. I'm a physician, an MD, thing that stands for medical doctor. Then you'll be cheated. The guru is necessary. That's a fact. But go to a real guru. Who is real guru? The real guru is Krishna, or one who has seen Krishna, such as Arjuna. So it's like we all have this internal need, like I said, to find this one person who will answer all these things that don't make sense in my heart, all these questions, all these perplexing situations, how to navigate through them, And one thing that is my responsibility is to not cheat myself, by going to, at the end of the day, I need that guidance. I need that guru. And why, delay my own progress by going to some non-genuine guru, go straight to the source, to Krishna, or someone who has seen Krishna and someone who is therefore able to represent Krishna's instruction. So yeah, that was just my takeaway from that last jnana portion of that last paragraph. which is a really nice answer from His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. I'm not sure. Am I reading more? Oh, there's Julie, our friend. She says it's so true. The name Hare Krishna can take you so deep into your soul. You will lose yourself and only see Krishna. Man, beautifully explained. Beautifully explained. It can take you so deep into your soul. You will lose yourself and only see Krishna. Yeah, the goal is to be absorbed in the mantra meditation. Naritam Das Prabhu says Hare Krishna Prabhu. Savya Sachi Prabhu is hopefully organizing a Harinam street party for next week with you. I might not be able to join you guys, but hopefully we'll get to meet someday. Hare Krishna Naritam Prabhu. Do you have any more comments? Julie says what? My spiritual friend, Krishna is always present and is sitting in both our hearts right now, Julie, guiding, advising, as well as sharing the most intimate moments with all of us. So yeah, man. The nice thing about spiritual relationships is that they are eternal. So yeah, from my side, I don't really have any more, just except for a few announcements. Please catch Kosi Nana. It's Kulu Felu Prabhu tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. He'll be doing chapter 8 of the book Civilization and Transcendence. On Tuesday, please catch Nom Sawin Kosi. Wednesday, catch Itumeleng. Thursday, we have the Books Are the Basis Book Club. Books Are the Basis Book Club, 7 p.m. There's a Zoom link that has been shared a few times. So you can just hop on and join us for a jam-packed reading session. We're continuing with reading the Krishna book. So many amazing pastimes of Lord Krishna. I don't know why I was confused last week. I thought we had changed the book for the Thursday Books at the Basis Book Club. But yeah, we're continuing with reading Krishna book. I'm excited to see, what Krishna, young Krishna, as well as his friends, and and what do they get up to next in Vrindavan. On Friday, we have Hositile Prabhu reading, same time, 7 p.m. And then on Saturday, we have the Ask a Monk session with Savya Sachi Das Prabhu. Yeah, apart from that, man, have an awesome Sunday. Enjoy yourself. Be safe out there. We know it's December, so, yeah, things are more perplexing than usual. Life is already a perplexing situation. But yeah, take care of yourself and God bless. Good night. Kalufelo Prabhu says, awesome. More fire to you, Prabhu. Yes. Hare Krishna. I'm signing out.
The Science of Self-Realization is a great book, and I know everybody suggests that, but my suggestion will come with the added caveat of reading Perfect Questions, Perfect Answers. I think the reason those two books matter for me is because they were always searching, right? One of the types of people that Krishna attracts are people who are searching. And for people who are searchers, who search for truth, who search for more, who search for service, who search for a life that's bigger than them, those are the two books that answer that. That's me.